Hi mamas, welcome back to Mama Flow Studio. This is your full body prenatal flow. As always, make sure you take this class at your own pace. Feel free to take as many breaks as needed and come back to us whenever you are ready. You are going to need a few things today. Yourself, your yoga mat, of course, 2 yoga blocks, or you can do 2 stacks of books. We will be using the yoga blocks on the highest height. So if you are using books, make sure you get some thick ones. And then I also recommend having a wall nearby and even a rolled up towel or blanket if you know that you have some sensitive knees. So go ahead and grab all those props, roll out your mat, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, mamas, you are going to start with your yoga blocks to the top of your mat. You can already place them at the highest height, and then meet me in a comfortable seated position. If you have a towel with you and it feels comfortable, or a blanket, you can roll that up and place it underneath the pelvis here, underneath those sits bones, just so you have a little bit more cushion, especially if you're feeling a little bit more sensitive in the tailbone. Wherever you are, sitting up nice and tall, feeling those sits bones connected to your mat, closing the eyes here, lifting tall through the neck and through the crown of the head. Let's just settle into our space with a couple of deep breaths. Exhale out all of your stale air. Let it go. Full breath in through the nose. Send it down into the body. Expand. Loud exhale through the mouth. Let it all go. Full breath in. Fill up those lungs. Expand belly. Release the pelvic floor at the bottom. And long, long passive exhale through the mouth. Make it audible. Beautiful. 2 more just like that. Full breath in. Full breath out through the mouth. Last one. Deep inhale. And a full exhale. Slowly blinking the eyes open. Left palm down onto the mat as you inhale, and exhale, take that right arm up and over. Inhale, coming through center, right palm down, left arm comes up and over on the exhale. Alternating sides, inhaling at center and exhaling to come over. Warming up the sides of those bodies. Really connecting deeply to the breath. So long inhales through the nose, long exhales out through the mouth. Last one here. Coming back up through center, inhale and exhale. Gently take that right palm to the outside of that left knee, little gentle twist. So we're not really cranking the spine here, just opening up that chest, opening up that left shoulder, maybe gazing to the left or maybe just a little bit behind over that left shoulder. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhaling back to center, switching sides, left palm to the outside of that left knee, right hand comes behind you, little tent. Full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Last one. We roll over into a tabletop position, so palms and knees here, long neutral spine, finding some cat and cows. Inhale, drop the belly down, pull that chest forward, gaze forward. And exhale, cat pose, press and round. Press fingertips into the mat, round, round, round that upper back, gaze towards your thighs or your belly. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale to cat. Moving on your own to your breath here. Really starting to tune inward to your body, inward to that breath, releasing everything else, releasing that to-do list, any stress, anxiety that you had to deal with before coming onto your mat. Allowing this time to just be about you and your breath, nothing else. 2 more. And last one. Coming back towards your neutral tabletop position, grabbing those blocks, bringing them in towards you, bringing both palms onto the blocks, and then bringing that right leg scooching towards the side, coming into a low lunge. So both blocks are going to be on the inside of that right leg. You can push off those blocks, come into that low lunge, arms high. We're staying active through the legs here, so I don't want you to dump that weight so you're coming into a really deep lunge. I want you to find that inner thigh, the inner thighs working, squeezing together, long spine here, relaxing the ribs, arms reaching high. So this is nice and active. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Coming into some dynamic movement. Inhale, you reach tall. Exhale, little lean. Still staying active here. We're not dumping that weight forward, squeezing through those inner thighs, lifting through the pelvic floor, wrapping the abs, gentle lean. Inhale, we come back towards center. Exhale, active lean. Beautiful. 2 more. And last one. Stay here in this active lean, grabbing one of your blocks, placing it towards the outside of that right leg, right palm down. Inhale, reach the left arm long, and exhale, little side bend. Stay here for a few breaths. Deep inhale and a full exhale. Deep breath in, fill up, and a full breath out. Switching sides, coming up through center. Block to the left hand, bring it to the left side. Reach that right arm up, inhale, and exhale, take it over, side bend to the left. Try to relax that right shoulder away from the ears, reaching through the fingertips, but then feeling that right shoulder reaching down. So opposition of that arm here, fingertips up, shoulder down. Big breath in, big breath out. Full inhale and a full exhale. Coming back up, bringing one of your blocks to the outside of that right leg and then one towards the inside. Take a full breath in as we lean forward and exhale, gentle press back, half splits. Now notice I'm not straightening out my leg. I'm not cranking my hips back. I'm only going as far back as I can keep my spine nice and long, especially that low back, and then just feel a gentle stretch in the back of the leg. Okay? Don't want to over push our body here, but we want to find a lot of openness in the back of the leg, a lot of length through the spine here. So try not to collapse through that chest. Lift, lift, lift tall. Big breath in, big breath out. Beautiful dynamic movement. Inhale, you lean forward, and exhale, you come into the heel of that right foot. Send the hips back, long spine. Big stretch in the back side of the body. Inhale, and exhale, lean it back. Long exhale breath. 2 more. And last one. Stay here in this half splits. Lengthen through the spine. Flex those right toes towards your face here. Send those hips back. Good. Sink into this. Just notice any tension you're feeling in that hamstring. I want you to close your eyes here if this feels comfortable, or gentle soft gaze right in front of you, right in front of the mat. Come back to that breath. Long inhale through the nose. Long exhale out through the mouth. See if you can sink into this a little more, melting a little tension away from that hamstring. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Beautiful. Last one. Inhale. And a long, long exhale. So good, moms. Slowly lean forward back into that low lunge. You're going to press off those blocks. You can bring this right block to the inside of that leg and then go ahead and scoocheroo that right knee back. Switching sides. So taking that left leg around into the side, coming into that low lunge on the left side. You can bring this left block to the outside of that left leg. Push off the blocks as you inhale into that low lunge. Remember, we're not leaning in or dumping into this lunge. We are activating here, squeezing those inner thighs, really pressing and grounding down through that right knee. Long side body here as you reach those fingertips up. Beautiful. We love good alignment here. Big inhale and a deep exhale. Full breath in and a full breath out. Now we start to lean. Inhale, you rise, fingertips tall, and exhale, little gentle lean, staying active through that low body. Pelvic floor lifts, inner thighs are squeezing towards one another, wrapping that core. Inhale, you take it back, and exhale, gentle lean. Beautiful. 2 more. And last one. On that exhale, you stay here in this active, gentle lean. Walk one of those blocks over towards the left side of that left leg, left hand down, inhale, and exhale, take it over towards the left side, side body stretch here. Big opening in the right side of the body. Oh, that feels good. Tend to get a little tight there during pregnancy. Remember, relax this right shoulder down. Big breath in. And a big breath out. Full breath in. And a full exhale. Good. Taking it over towards center, grabbing that other block, bringing it towards the right side. Inhale, left arm comes up. Exhale, take it over towards the right. Beautiful. Equal opposition and reaching through that fingertips and then relaxing that left shoulder down. Big inhale. And a long exhale. Full breath in. And a full breath out. Yes. Coming back towards center, lifting tall, walking those blocks in front of you. Both palms onto the blocks. You may need to scooch that left foot forward a little bit. Inhale, gentle lean. Exhale, you press the hips back. Come into the half splits. Remember, long spine here. The blocks, find what position feels good so that you can lift tall. We don't need to be far forward. Doesn't matter if the belly touches the leg. Want to think long through that low back, long through the spine, and then straightening out that leg as much as feels comfortable. You can keep a big bend just so that we feel that little stretch in the hamstrings here, flexing the toes towards the face. Dynamic movement, inhale coming forward, dropping the toes, and exhale pressing into those blocks, leaning the hips back, length through that low back, flex the left toes. Yes, inhale, take it forward, and exhale back. Ooh, feeling that tension in the hamstring. We're stretching it out. Those glutes and the hamstrings tend to get tight too. Everything really gets tight in pregnancy, so we need to bring some mobility. And we also want to bring stability too. Good. Last one. Send it back. Flex the toes. We're resting here in this posture for a couple of breaths. Length through that low back, lifting tall through the spine here. Breathe it out. Full breath in. Exhale, send it to the hamstrings. See if you can melt deeper into this stretch. Just surrender. Deep inhale. And a long, long exhale. Last inhale, sending it down into the body, not up into the shoulders. And a full breath out through the mouth. Yes, so beautiful, mama. Slowly coming forward. Bringing that left block to the inside of the left leg and then doing that little scoocheroo. Especially if you're in the third trimester, we have to scoocheroo the leg, right? We can't just swing it over as easily as we did in the first and the second. You're going to bring those blocks back towards the top of your mat and then meet me back in a tabletop position. Tucking those toes under, deep inhale and exhale, downward facing dog. Send the hips nice and high. Find the inverted V shape. Always an option to take those blocks and place them underneath the hands throughout all the rest of the downward facing dogs in class. Sometimes these blocks just make downward facing dog a little easier because it brings the mat a little closer towards you. If it feels comfortable without it, go ahead and ditch the blocks. Wherever you are, I want you to push through the fingertips, edges of the palms so you can send the hips high and then reach those heels down towards the mat so you feel a big stretch in the backside of those legs. Full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Just maybe finding some gentle bends in the knees here, alternating. First downward dog of class. Just warming up here. Good. Then finding stillness in the downward facing dog, coming back to the breath. Full inhale. And exhale, a little gentle press. Can you send that chest closer towards those legs? Full breath in. And a full breath out. Next, inhale, gaze towards the top of the mat. And then on your exhale, feet to meet the hands, hands to meet the feet, maybe a combination of the two. Find whatever feels comfortable to you. Good. Wherever you are, try to make sure those blocks are with you, bringing them back up to the tallest height here for a supported forward fold. If you prefer to hang without the blocks, that works too, but just know that they're here to support you. Coming into your ragdoll or your deep forward fold, bending through the legs if this feels comfortable, and also widening the stance, okay? So we want to make sure that you feel stable, bringing the feet wider, even as wide as the mat, just makes it so that you have a bigger base and less likely to fall, which we don't want. Hanging here, head and neck nice and heavy. Maybe swaying the hips here from side to side. Breathing it out, deep inhale. And a long exhale. Beautiful. Pressing into those blocks halfway, bringing the left block in towards center. Inhale. Exhale, gentle twist towards the right. Lift up towards the ceiling. Inhale, you bring it down. Swap the hands. And exhale, lift up. Left arm up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. We're trying to keep the hips squared and only rotate through that mid and upper back. So working on thoracic rotations. Mid and upper back is also an area that we want to keep mobile. Such a connection, deep connection to the pelvic floor and to the core and really to the rest of the body. So as open and as mobile as we can keep this part of the spine, the better you will feel throughout your pregnancy. One more on this side. Beautiful. Slowly coming down, both hands onto the blocks. Even them out. Inhale and a deep exhale. Maybe walking the feet in a little bit more so that you can really press through the feet. Inhale, bend, and exhale, long spine, reaching the arms out towards the side as you lift up, mutton pose. Walking those feet a little bit more so that they're underneath the hips here. Reaching tall through the fingertips, finding the stacked alignment. Relaxing the ribs down, hip bone in line with the outside of that ankle bone, shoulders in line, ears in line. We are reaching tall, ribs are connected, pubic bone right in line with that sternum here. This is the stack that we want to try to connect with throughout our day, right? Prevents pelvic pain, supports our core, supports our pelvic floor, prevents back pain. This is the money spot right here. Think of your mountain pose. Rooting through those feet, reaching tall through the hands, big inhale. And on your exhale, little gentle baby back bend. Hips stay where they are. We cactus the arms, gazing up towards the ceiling and just gently lifting that chest up. Inhale, you rise. And exhale, coming back, little gentle back bend. Beautiful. Last one. On the next inhale, coming back to your mountain pose and then sitting back to a chair. Arms stay high over the head, reaching the hips back. Even though we're sitting back in this chair, just check to make sure that we have even weight distribution between the balls of the feet and the heels. So we don't want to be all the way back in the heels, the toes coming up. Root down through all four corners of the feet. Reach tall with those fingertips. Reach the butt back. Ribs are relaxed down. So don't arch the back here or else your low back is really going to feel it. Inhale, we sit a little lower. Exhale, you rise. Inhale, reach forward, sit back. Exhale, press the hands down, lift up. Good. So we're feeling that core connection, that wrapping sensation, hugging of baby as we press into the feet and we lift. So we're working lower body here. Arms are getting involved in a lot of core work to help us find that standing position. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, arms come up to mountain. This is where our wall can be a little handy here. We take the left leg up, rooting down through that right foot. Left knee up, left toes flexing towards the face. Little balance here. Optional left arm towards that wall. Little extra stability. Rooting up, lengthening through the side body here. Big inhale and a deep exhale. Inhale, you tap that right heel down. Exhale, find that hug the baby breath as you lift the left knee. Inhale, you lower down. And exhale, you lift. Working our hip flexors, our core here, really working stability in that standing leg. I just want you to check in and make sure you're not tucking that tailbone under and really gripping through this glute, but you're lengthening here, keeping a neutral spine. Last 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Next inhale breath, gently shoot that left leg back, come into a high crescent lunge. Right leg is forward, left leg is back. Always an option to widen the feet a little bit, a little wider than we normally would in a crescent lunge, especially if you're someone that occasionally has some pelvic pain. This can take a little bit of that asymmetric pull of the pelvis away and make this safe for anyone that has pelvic pain. We reach those arms up overhead. We're relaxing the ribs down. Tall, tall fingertips here. Big inhale. And a deep exhale. Rooting down through that breath. Inhale. and a full breath out. Next, inhale, arms come up high. Listen for the change. Exhale, reaching forward to airplane. Chest hovers over that thigh here, reaching the arms back, palms towards one another. We're squeezing the shoulder blades, but without flaring those ribs. So ribs are relaxing down. We're staying connected to the core, really feeling a strong hug here of baby. Staying in this hover, we just move the arms. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, you reach, and exhale, bring it back. So we're moving the arms with intention. Yeah, we can swing them forward and back, and we really wouldn't be doing much. But when you really harness your natural resistance of the body, of those muscles as you're moving, then that's where the magic happens. Good. Keep breathing here. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. I want you to send your weight into that right foot. Pull that left leg in a little bit closer. Hands can be in a prayer position or maybe at the hips. You can also hold the wall with the left hand. We inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to bring it in. Hands can come towards the center. And inhale, you reach it back. So we're dragging back and bringing it in. Inhale, extend, and exhale, you drag. Again, you can hold this wall with the left hand. Just work that right arm. Using that mat to drag your foot in. If your foot is like you have a really slidey mat, it's like that grip mat, you can go ahead and pause the video, put on some socks, and that will help you slide a little bit better. Good. Last 4. Long spine. 3, 2, and 1. Good work here, mamas. Inhale, bring it back up, crescent lunge. And exhale, you open up warrior 2. Sit down into that warrior 2. Open up that right hip, arms in opposite directions. Make sure that back foot is parallel with the back of that mat. Right knee's reaching towards the pinky side edge of that leg. Big inhale and a deep exhale. Keep the legs where they are. Inhale, reverse warrior. Just tip it back. Left hand to that back leg. Reach that right arm. And exhale. We pivot towards the top of the mat and step it to the front. Good. Shake out the legs. Inhale, we come back to mountain. And exhale again, little back bend. Try not to send the hips forward. We keep the hips where they are and just open up that chest. Inhale, take it up. And exhale, little tip back. Beautiful. Inhale back towards center and sit back into that chair, butt back, arms forward, even weight between the feet, or the balls of the feet rather, and those heels. Inhale, take it a little lower, and exhale, you stand up. Inhale down, and exhale, you lift. Good. For 4, 3, use that breath, find that power. 2, and 1. On 1, the arms come up, mountain pose. Shift your weight into that left foot. Right knee comes up, flex the right toes. Woo, you're finding that balance. If you need to switch sides, use that wall. Right hand to the wall, left arm reaches high. That works too. We want you nice and stable here, mama, so don't overdo it. If you need that wall, go ahead and use it. Finding that balance here. You can also even put this block underneath the foot. You don't need to balance today if that is just not in the cards for you. So drop that heel onto the block if you'd like that too. Wherever you are, lifting tall, finding that stack, even in this alignment where you're hovering the leg. Make sure you're not tucking that tailbone under. On the inhale, we drop the heel down, and exhale, we bring it up. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, hug baby. Find that core. Use that hip flexor. Lift the knee. Yes, for 4, 3, last 2, make that exhale audible, and 1. Yes, next inhale breath, send that right leg back, coming into a high crescent lunge. So remember, whatever distance you feel feels comfortable in your legs, wide or coming a little closer together. Wherever you are, you're coming up nice and tall, relaxing the ribs down, arms come up over the head. Sit in your power here, mama. Feel the strength in this crescent lunge. Deep inhale breath. Deep exhale out. Full breath in and a full breath out. Listen for the change. Inhale, fingertips come high. Exhale, airplane, hover, chest comes over the thighs. We reach the arms back, squeezing those shoulder blades, but then relax the ribs down, yeah? So if you're looking like this, make sure you drop that chest, drop the ribs, feel that connection with the core here. We're feeling that wrap, that hugging of baby. Say hello, I love you, how are you doing? Then come back to the breath. We're hovering here. Inhale, arms come up high, and exhale, you press it back with power. Inhale, reach the fingertips, and exhale, press it back. Good. Remember, you are working against your body's own resistance here. There are no weights, but you're moving the arms so intentionally, like you are in a jar of peanut butter. I think my husband would really like that. He's obsessed with peanut butter. I'm more of an almond butter gal, but whatever kind of nut butter or whatever kind of thick thing you need to work those arms. We're here for 4, 3, 2, last one. Beautiful. We shift our weight into that left foot. Drag that right foot in a little bit. Arms come forward, or maybe you come to that wall and you're using the right hand on the wall for a little bit more support. On the inhale, we reach it back. Exhale, we drag it in. Inhale, press it long. And exhale, drag it in. So I want you to really press through that right foot. Because as you press, you're going to feel that right glute working. Left glute is doing a lot of work. It's not moving, but it is stabilizing you. So we were working both legs here. Find that audible core connection breath on that exhale, hugging baby for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Coming back into that crescent lunge, arms reach high overhead, and exhale, open up, warrior 2, bend into that left leg, arms powerful, opposite direction, open up that left knee, big inhale. And a deep exhale, let it go. Whoo, slow it down. We're doing a lot of work here. Inhale. And a full exhale. Beautiful. Legs stay where they are. Inhale, reverse warrior. Tip it back. Right hand to that right leg. Lift that left arm over. And exhale, rotate around, press off that right foot, come to the top. Go ahead and step the legs out, come to the center of your mat. You may need to push those blocks over towards the side, and that is okay. Coming into a goddess pose, so toes out, heels in here. On your inhale, you're gonna sit it down, reach the arms up. You're staying tall here, not arching the back, and also not leaning too far forward. So inhale, come down, knees open, and exhale, bring the arms down as you stand. Inhale, reach it low, and exhale as you lift. Using that hug the baby breath here on that exhale, we are wrapping baby as we lift. Oh, my little dog is coming to say hi. I don't know if you all know, but we adopted a 14-year-old Shiba Inu. She is our little pride and joy. Also, I am not used to having little doggy pitter-patter of those little paws while I record. So if you hear the little pitter-patter of the paws, that's her. That's Gran. Here she comes, making a little appearance. Good mamas. Last 4. Hang with me. We've made it this far. We are almost there. Last 2. And 1. We sit back down into that goddess pose, holding here, toes out, knees out, lifting up the chest. We reach the arms to the side. As we hold this little mini squat, dancer squat, goddess squat, we are reaching towards the side, lifting tall, and then feeling those obliques working as we reach. Hi, Gray. Hi. Are you leading yoga with me today? Beautiful. We're here for 5, 4, 3. You got it, mamas. 2 and 1. Hold here, reaching it down. Exhale down, inhale center. Almost there. Breathe through this. Bring that core into this. Yes, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, mamas. Press up, lift up tall, reach into that star pose, sending the hips from side to side. So beautiful. You're going to take those blocks, grab them from the side, bring them right at the center here. Inhale as we bend and lift. And on that exhale, toes rotate forward, reaching long, and then dropping down with those hands onto the blocks. You can walk the feet out as much as feels comfortable. Wide-legged forward fold here. Lengthen through the spine. If it feels comfortable for you, and sometimes I just recommend actually bringing your butt to the wall so that there's absolutely no way of you falling back. But you can walk those hips, or not the hips rather, you can walk the blocks long as you reach the hips back, and then you have this amazing stretch of the spine here. Gazing down at your mat. And then just really connecting back to that breath, right? Slowing it down. We have done so much work, mamas. Mobility, stability, breathing, body connection, bada bing, bada boom. We have done it, and we are slowing down. You are almost done. Coming back to the breath. Big inhale and a big exhale. Did I just say bada bing, bada boom? Like, who am I? Is that like Emerald Live? I don't know. I'm feeling it today. This flow is good. Deep inhale and a deep exhale. Slowly walking those blocks in if they are out for you. You're going to use these blocks as you toe heel the feet in a little bit and then land at the toes out, heels in, and gently come into a deep squat. This is also where your wall can come in. If you have anything in your wall to hold and you need a little bit more support, you can hold onto that wall. Your blocks are also here. You can sit on both blocks if hanging in a deep yogi squat does not feel comfortable for you. But I really recommend that this is a position that you get used to, whether it's supported, whether you're hanging there by yourself, just to help relax the pelvic floor, open up the hips here, lengthen and feel release in that low back. You can bring the elbows to the inside of those knees. Come back to your breath. Close the eyes if that feels comfortable. Deep inhale through the nose and a deep exhale out through the mouth. Last one, inhale and a full exhale. Beautiful. Releasing those blocks away from your booty if you have them there, and then gently coming down onto those sits bones. You can walk those blocks off to the side. If you have your blanket, and again, you want to place it underneath your pelvis, underneath those sits bones, that works too. Bringing both feet down onto the mat, we're leaning back a little bit with our hands tented behind us. Inhale at center. Hi, great. Exhale as we drop the knees down towards the side. So coming into a 90-90 position. Gray girl, I really want them to be able to see what I'm doing. I'm dropping the knees down. And inhale center, and exhale, you take it towards the side. So I want you to think about pressing mindfully. We're not forcefully pressing the knees, but we're gently sending energy through both the knees down into the mat to really open up internal and external rotation in both legs. Inhale center and exhale down. Good. 2 more each side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale center and exhale to press. Good. So we're slowly going to roll up. We're staying in this 90-90 position in both legs. Try to send this right hip back. And when you do this, your left leg will likely pop up. And that's okay. You can take your blanket, you can take that block and place it underneath the left knee for a little bit more support. So it's not gripping to try to send that knee down. Square off the shoulders here. So adjust your hips, adjust the shoulders so that they're pointed towards the top of your mat. You can bring that block down if you have a little bit of extra room. And I want you to stay here and again, send energy through those knees, pressing down into the mat, just feeling both sides of the hips. Whoo, really working here. Full breath in and a full breath out. Maybe you have some space. You can walk those hands forward, maybe onto the other block. And as you lean forward, just feeling a little deeper stretch in those hips. Full breath in and a full breath out. Deep inhale and a deep exhale. Beautiful. Releasing those blocks. We're taking it over towards the other side. Ooh, can you actually do this using your core strength without lifting the legs or without having to get up? Beautiful. So adjust yourself so you come into a 90-90 position on this right side. If you need to, you can place that block again underneath the right knee. Come down onto that left hip here. Square off the shoulders. Other block can be in front of you. Inhale and exhale, maybe a gentle lean. We're pressing down through both knees ever so gently, feeling a deep stretch in the hips. Full breath in, lengthening through the spine. Full breath out. Deep inhale and a deep exhale. Beautiful. Slowly coming up. Come back to your comfortable seated position, crossing the ankles, maybe the opposite direction that you did in the beginning of class. Interlacing the palms here. Inhale as we send the arms up high, lift up the chest. And exhale as you press in round, hug baby as you gaze down towards baby. Inhale, you lift it tall. And exhale, you press in round. Beautiful. Last one. And exhale, seated cat. Gorgeous. Slowly coming up, closing the eyes here, finishing out our class with a few rounds of deep breathing. Maybe one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest here, giving yourself this time to connect to baby, to connect back to yourself. Take a deep inhale, breath, send that breath down towards baby, say hello, release the pelvic floor. And a long exhale through the mouth, let it all go. Full breath in. And a full breath out. Beautiful, mamas. The last one, deepest inhale of class. Send it down. Release your pelvic floor. Longest, deepest exhale of class. Let it all go. Amazing. Stay here for a moment with your eyes closed. Just acknowledge yourself for making it to your mat today. Acknowledge your commitment to you, your practice, your baby, your health. Give yourself the much needed recognition for everything, all the effort, all the consciousness, all the work that you just put on your mat. And when you're ready, blink your eyes open. Amazing job today, mamas. I hope you enjoyed class. I hope you're feeling both open, mobile, and equally as powerful. As always, remember to get lots of rest, get lots of water, and I cannot wait to see you on your mat very soon.